All right, guys, we have Cairo here. This is the first time I've ever worked him. I did a demonstration consultation with the clients. They went out of town this week, and I set them up with a board and train. I rarely do board and trains, and the reason is, well, first of all, I don't want to take care of your dog, and I want to teach you what to do. I also don't like the liability typically of a board and train, so I only do one board and train at a time. The other, throughout the day, I'm doing private lessons with my clients. The benefit, there is a benefit to the board and train, is I'm going to expedite the process. I'm going to make sure that Cairo knows what to do, so when I hand him over to mom and dad, they're just going to maintain that training with him and everything I taught. I would say the downfall is Cairo, after this week of training, he's going to have a really good skill set, and mom and dad are going to have to pick up with him. So he's going to regress a little bit, but he's still going to know what he's supposed to do. That's their time to practice with him. Every time I work a dog, I start with the same objective, which is having them sit in front of me. And I like to coin this as energy commitment. I'm going to give my energy to Cairo, and he's going to reciprocate that. As you can see, we're outside, so there's going to be a lot of distractions. Typically, I want my clients starting inside where it's more controlled, and we can create distractions by knocking on the door, leaving the room, or having company over. But I always want to start with the dog's eyes. I want them focused on me. As you can see, he's super distracted with everything that's going on out here. So let's just start working him. I'm going to tell you when I press the button so you understand. Tap. And I'm going to work towards Cairo's butt. I'm just going to go in these little circles, making sure that he follows the leash. I'm going to go ahead and give him this first one. Cairo, break. Yeah, good boy. And then that break is so valuable. I want you to be really positive with it, excitement, and they move towards you so you can pet them. We're going to get some space here. I'm going to go, he went the wrong way, so I'm going to go this way. Notice how my body's always facing him. And then we get to here. His body's straight, kind of, and his head's drifted off to the side. So I'm going to work on those eyes by pressing the button, pressing it, and I'm using my left hand like a joystick. So I'm opposing his head until he's centered on me. Break. Yeah, good boy. And then he gets the pets that he deserved. I'm not going to talk for a second so you can see how this works, so I can start pressing it. He overcorrected. Sit. Make sure he doesn't strain to his left. Break. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. And I'm trying to release that tension out of him with the break. That's why that's so valuable, because he's a little tense right now. When I first met Cairo a couple days ago, and then this morning you'll see a video of him barking a lot of stress. That's most dogs. They don't know how to handle stress in a healthy way. So we induce stress into them and coach them through it. Break. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I like being really hands-on, petting on top of the head with these firm pets to release some of that tension, that stress. He sees a little tractor here in the background. Sit. So I'm always going to oppose the distraction and create tunnel vision with his eyes. Cairo. Break. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. You're awesome. And then we'll use something like this at home. You'll use place like a cot or a dog bed. But we want to think of the world as an obstacle course. What can I get my dog on that can contain their energy? Well, these right here are crystal clear. I'll go right over it. Turn him back to me by keeping him on them. Release that tension. Break. Yeah, good boy. Intention of your left hand. That's what I want to use to guide him. So my left hand's going to be here. Bringing him back to me. And you want your dog almost flowing with your energy. Sit. Break. Yeah, good boy. Back to me. Those eyes are so important. Good boy. Come here. Nope, sit. Go. Break. Just think every time I'm moving, every time I'm using my left hand to guide him, I should be pressing the button at that point. So as we move here, I'll go tap, 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 tap to get on, tap to turn, tap to sit, tap. Good boy. Maybe should have rewarded that, but I'm going to get his eyes crystal clear on me. Good boy. Okay. Break. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. And it's just a rep game. I want you to continue to rep by saying break only when he looks at you. And I'm providing a lot of redirect so he stays within my bubble, which is really the tension of the leash. Staying with me, not getting too distracted out here. Sit. Good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Break. And then we'll start working place again. Have him follow me this way. Go right over it with the leash so he has a direction where to go. I want to kind of segue what I'm seeing with Cairo. Most dogs are similar to us. They're left pawed, right pawed. They like to turn one direction on their own. I'm noticing with Cairo, he likes to turn left. So I'm really doing a lot of right turns, and that's a little bit, I wouldn't say harder, but it's just stiff on his right side. So I'm pushing that direction because I know I can turn him this way. He turns really smooth. If I go to my left, so his right, he jumped off right there. So you see there's a left turn. So I'm going to go right, nice and slow through this. He gets kind of stuck here. Come here. He wants to turn left. I'm going to keep him coming with me. Good boy. Break. Yeah. Place. Good boy. Sit. Break. Yeah. Good job, bud. Good job, bud. Good job, bud. Go to this one. Turn him right. Sit. Straight lines are really important for these basic commands because we want to set up straight line recalls. If I have his body straight on me, I know he's where at least his first step's going to go. It's going to go towards me. But I got to get his eyes. So I'm going to pose his head by pulling this way and stepping. Sit. Reset. Other way. Kyra. Break. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Big pets through this one. Yeah, you're doing awesome, bud. Flow with me this way. Sit. Back to the eyes. I know it's really hard out here. There's a lot of distractions. Working on the eyes. I'll work on the eyes a whole lesson. And I pretty much do because I want to reward him and him to understand, hey, you only get rewarded. There's a dog over there. I only want him to get rewarded for him to understand that when you look at me. Because if I have his eyes, and I don't right now because there's a dog over there. Let's go opposing the dog. Let's go away from the dog. Sit. Right back to the eyes. Good boy. Big pets. Go work them on some of these. Nice and over. Place. Sit. Good boy. Tapping through all this. And right now his energy climbed because that distraction of the dog. So I'm going to go up on the intensity. He's taking it. He's a strong boy. Break. Yeah, good boy. And we'll just keep flowing. I just want to build reps in this first session a lot so we can do more. Break. Yeah, good boy. And he gets excited for this practice. You know, we do obviously want a positive side of this experience with me. I just took him away from his family. Sit. Typically, I would drop the leash right now, but first lesson, I'm just going to hold it and let him kind of decompress on place for a second. If you notice, I'm not tired. I'm more tired from talking. But Cairo's already panting. That's how I want these sessions to go. Typically, on your private lessons or the homework I'm going to give his owners is you're going to practice morning for 15 minutes, doing similar to what I just did. And then at the end of your 15-minute morning session, he's just going to decompress, relax for a little bit. I don't need too far of an extended place. Him staying on here for an hour is what we're trying to achieve by the end of the week. So at the end of the day, you're going to release that excess energy that most dogs build up. We're going to do another 15 to 20 minute practice of saying break, averaging about 50 breaks in a session. After that evening lesson is when he stays on place. First night is 10 minutes. Day 2 is 20 minutes. And you want to start knocking on the door, leaving the room, having company over. So by the end of week 1, day 6, he's on here for an hour. He can lay down, but you want to proof this concept that anytime I change the environment, if I leave, that's usually the first obstacle. You stay on there. If I knock on the door, he gets off. Okay, you're going to put him back. And you want to proof that concept so when company comes over that first week that he's trustworthy. He's not going to get off and project that energy, rush towards the door. When the dogs are settled on, and excuse me, let me back up. I like to say, ideally or realistically, my dog does not need to lay or sit on place for an hour. But if you can do an hour, you can do 20 minutes, especially if I put you through all those triggers that got you off. So when you have a big group of people at your home, he stays on there initially for probably 10, 15 minutes, observing the environmental change, observing people in your home, and really reading your family's energy. They're calm, they're respectful, they're giving some people hugs, they're not jumping on people, they're not barking at people, they're not trying to bite people. If your dog's not trustworthy, then they don't get off place. But if your dog's just like super high intensity jumping on people, just relax that energy by releasing it initially and then containing them to place so they're holding that impulse in and not getting off. And when they're relaxed and they're calm, they see all these people in your home, now they can join the party. Good boy. Cairo's going to do great when they see him. Oh my goodness. My goal by the end of this week is to have him in an open field like this or something, and we're going to be off leash working around other dogs or using the system off leash. That's how I want this always to progress for my clients, where the leash is for direction. I don't want to really manipulate too much physically with the leash. All this tension is going to be transferred to the collar because I really want to get rid of tools altogether. Just need them when you have to have them. We have to have leashes for leash laws, but I don't need this to pull you back. A collar. Well, I don't need it all the time long term, but if you're getting super distracted, I might use it. Most dogs know when collar's on, they got to be a better dog. That's okay. They're still going to be good and listen without it. The first, I would say, a lot of questions I get is, does my dog need this forever? Well, no, not at home. I do want your dog understanding the collar forever. I like to use this like a foreign language. So we're going to practice a lot initially. So our dog's fluent with this language. They know what it is. They understand it's just the owner. So when you do need it, they know what that means. But other things I'm trying to give away. I'm really trying to get rid of all tools. I would say the first week is you're going to get rid of the leash at home. Second week is we're going to start doing leash walking, and I'll touch on that a little bit with Cairo. So if Cairo's a little bit ahead of me, I'm just going to turn right. I'm going to press the button to keep him focused in this, even though he's doing the right thing. I know he's following me. He's turning with me. There's a little bit of tension, so I'm going to press a little bit more. But I want to keep pressing it so he understands that's the position. That's the position. I'm tapping like that. Tap, tap, tap. Because say a dog pulled up. I probably have to get off pattern. I'm going to have to go pop, 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 pop. Couple indicators of other times to press the button is if his head drops. You don't want your dog getting too distracted on place. or on the ground on a walk, if his head turns away from you, you want to keep that head neutral. Because if he can't see you, like if he's too far ahead of me, I'm going to let him go ahead of me. He's too far ahead of me, he can't see me out of his peripherals. If he's too far behind me, I can't see him, okay? So I'm going to just keep him with me by reorienting his body to my left side. He just stays with me. Good boy. I like to do left turns a lot into dogs. These are really good because we can do figure eights around them. So we're going to do a right turn here. Good boy, come. Left turn here. I'm going to hug him in. I'm going to, oh, he got distracted, so I'm going to tap, tap. Get him focused. Keeping him on pace with me, so I'm tapping this whole time. And then I'm going to stop. Sit. Beautiful. Break. Yeah, good boy. That's a different picture now. The first breaks were always in front of me. That's the energy commitment. Full energy commitment. Now, I'm still going to get his energy committed to me. Sit. Sit. But he has to look up here. Naturally, he's going to first take a step that way. So I'm going to go, Cairo. Break. Yeah. I'm the reward. So he comes to me for these pets. Man, you are doing awesome for this first lesson. And that's pretty much the first lesson. I mean, I wouldn't do too much because we're going to come back and do some more later today. I don't want him to hate it. But if you can build this rapport, this system of, hey, I'm going to put you through some stressors, and I'm always going to be the reward. Now your dog's going to appreciate you. Quality of life improves for you as well as Cairo because you are the leader. You know what to do with your dog. I make it very simplistic for the clients. Do these things every day. Exactly what I did. And at the end of the day, you put Cairo on place, typically a dog bed at home, sit, and he just stays there, okay? And I'm trusting Cairo right now. I can feel that he's giving into it. Luckily, we're in an open environment, so there's not too many distractions out here, where if he did jump off, I can catch that timing by pressing the button from at any point from a distance. That's the cool thing about a collar is I don't have to elevate my energy. He can always feel me. In an environment that's open like this, he might not hear you all the time, especially when there's more distractions in play. Cool thing about a collar is he can always feel you, as long as we're matching his energy. Not too soft, not too much, but perfectly in line with him. And now he's just observing things. You're doing awesome, bud. You're doing so good. Break. Yeah, good boy. Rewarding from a distance. He still came to me for that. Super good. I love what he's doing here. Let's try to expand this since he's doing so well. Sit. Good boy. Sit. Ooh, look at that. Come. Good boy. And watch my body, how I use it. Sit. Break. Yeah, good job, bud. Good job, bud. Put him back on. Come. Turn him straight to me. Setting him up for success. Come. Straight line. Perfect. Flow with me this way. Sit. Break. Yeah, good job, bud. Good job, buddy boy. This is what Cairo was missing. He's like, Mom and Dad, you love me. You love me so much, but I'm an animal. I'm a predator. I'm an athlete. Push me. I want to show you what I'm capable of. And then we can do more with our dogs. You know, I want dogs off leash. Like when I walk with Cairo, I'm already at this point. Come. Come here. Good boy. Come. Where he's just flowing with me. He's up. And I'm keeping him focused this whole time. Using my arms and body to direct him. Sit. Cairo. Sit. Break. Good job. Good job, buddy boy. Man, this is so fun. I was a little apprehensive. I mean, going back to those board and trains, I don't like taking them into my environment either. I don't want my dogs to feel this stress, extra stress that I don't really need. But it's so cool to see that the dogs are adapting to this system. And every dog does, as long as you know what to do with them. Most of my clients have no idea. You know, we're trying to teach treat training. And it's like, how long are you going to do treat training for a dog that knows how to sit, knows how to come to you? It's like, now I want something, and treats aren't always going to be a good value to the environment. He might love dogs and going up to him, and he's like, that treat isn't for that. Treats are designed for things that they're not expected to do. Here's a dog. Come here, Carol. Someone's trying. You're good. Yeah. No, you're good. You're doing awesome. I love this. You can go right by it. You can go. Come. Okay, so it's something new for Cairo, right? So how do we get that energy down really fast without him spiking? Typically, I know Cairo would be barking at that dog a lot. So I just want him, and that dog came out of nowhere. They're on a freaking bicycle. I want to shut that energy down really fast. I didn't want to cause too much stress because it's our first lesson. But I did want to manage that energy for him without him having this super spike. So I just redirected. I'm like pressing the button. I had to go up really fast and high right there because his energy went from 0 to freaking 100 really fast. Maybe not 100, maybe 75, because he wasn't barking heavy. But he was holding that energy, and he's like he was trying to bark, and I wasn't trying to provide too much tension on the leash because he's not used to this. He's a harness dog. And that's something I can touch on is this tension is something new for him. So when he's pulling on a harness, he has free range of his head. I'm managing his neck as well as his eyes to turn with me. And I don't want to really provide tension on his trachea. That doesn't feel good. But if I can find a position to rotate him and put that tension on the side of his neck, his muscle, now it's applied the correct way, the slip lead. And then pressing the button to match that type of energy so he doesn't spike. And I just wanted at that point to use something that we were just doing, so I put him on place right there and shut that energy down. He handled it well. So that's, I can see where we need to get at this week is I need to get him around a lot of dogs, a lot of distractions, so he follows at least my lead through those obstacles. So, and telling Cairo what to do. He's really good at sit. I can see that. Now, sit with eye contact, that's what we're going to work on, as well as putting him on different objects. These ones are pretty easy for him. They're not too high, but looking at Cairo, he's an athlete. He likes to jump. We're going to push those limits as well. First lesson, awesome. We'll come back later today and do another one. Thanks, guys. Good boy.